So Scott, the weather has been so nice lately, and we have finals week coming up. You know, we just want to stay in, we don't want to stay inside and study, but how's the weather going to be coming up?
Well, so far it looks kind of promising. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but let's go ahead and start off by taking a look across the rest of the state today in Kansas. Over in Goodland, they had a high today of 70s, so very comfortable off to the west portion of the state. A little closer to home, also very low 70s, 74 in Topeka, 73 in Kansas City, so very comfortable. Lows actually off to the west portion of the state, actually in the 30s, but as you can see there, it definitely warmed up. So, and it's just going to get, just going to get better later in the week. We'll go and take a quick look at our national satellite. A little bit of cloud cover kind of throughout the country, but predominantly you can see that very narrow line of clouds off to the east coast, and that's all that severe weather that's passed through Mississippi, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama. Unfortunately, they had a lot of storms, and that's obviously moving off to the east and into the Atlantic Ocean over the next probably day or two. It'll be out of that area and diminish that threat for severe weather, fortunately for them. Here's a quick look at our local satellite around Kansas, and fortunately for us, clear skies. It was beautiful out there, not hardly a cloud in the sky at all today, and that's what the radar even proves that, or the satellite even proves that. The radar, pretty much the exact same indication. You can see a few isolated showers kind of in the northwest sector of the state, but besides that, nothing as far as precipitation today. Fortunately, or unfortunately, we'll have a little bit of a chance later in the week for that, but at least for today, nothing. Here's a quick look at today's weather. There's that cold front that's actually going to be moving through over the next probably 24 to 48 hours. Fortunately for us, it's not going to be a significant cold front, so we'll have a little bit of a cool down, but only about 5 to 10 degrees at the most, so keeping us at least in the 60s, so very comfortable. Then going into tomorrow, you can see that cold front continues moving through, and then into tomorrow evening, it goes through the area, and you see that high pressure system moving off in the southwest area, and that's kind of going to somewhat balance out that cold front as far as maintaining our temperatures and not getting us too cool. Going on, we can see tomorrow's temperatures very comfortable, kind of hot actually, well into the 80s throughout the entire state, and the lows down there in the low 50s. A couple, let's see, in Goodland we have 37 as their low tomorrow, in Garden City 42, but for the rest of the state, well into the 50s, and obviously our highs well into the 80s, so it'll be great. Nice and sunny, very hot tomorrow, but make it a little tough to study for finals, that's about it. Here's a quick look at tonight's forecast. Clear skies. It's going to feel great, a low of 50, but that nice southerly wind will actually make it feel closer to 55, maybe even 60, depending on if we get a few gusts in there. And then going into tomorrow, lots of sunshine, but very windy. We're actually going to have gusts upwards of 35, maybe even 40 mile an hour tomorrow, but still from the south, so it'll keep us very comfortable. And then going into tomorrow night, a low of 56, still very breezy, still kind of gusty, but the winds hopefully should start diminishing a little bit tomorrow night.